There are a lot of tools within Maya that you can use to manipulate your object and model the things that you need to. We're just going to start off by learning a few of these tools and how to use the settings that these tools have to get the results that you want. Most of the tools that you're going to use in this class can be accessed by clicking on Shift and right click on your keyboard and hovering over the tool that you want to use and selecting it. These settings, these tools that are available will change based on which component you're on. So right now, since the cursor has changed, you can see that I'm on the Insert Edge Loop tool, which I'd selected. I'm going to click on Q on my keyboard, or I can click on this cursor and go back to the regular mode. And if let's go to vertex, for example, if I shift and right click, I see I have different options here. If I go back to object mode, I have different options here when I click on shift and right click. So keep that in mind. If you don't see a tool that you want to use, keep in mind that it might just be in a different component. I'm going to start off with the insert edge loop tool. So shift right click and I select insert edge loop tool. This tool is used to insert edges on your model. It basically does exactly what it says it will. You can just click anywhere in your model and insert an edge. It's used to, if you want to insert an edge in a very specific spot, you don't want to use the default cube settings to do that, you are going to use the insert edge loop tool. So this tool will keep on inserting edges wherever you want them to until you click on Q and exit the tool. Now that we've done this, what if you want to insert edges in a different way? What if you want to insert 3 edges at a time or 4 edges at a time? You can do that by clicking on Shift and right click, and let's go back to object mode so we can get the tool from the same place. So instead of clicking on the tool itself, you can click on the little box next to the tool, and that will bring up the tool options. And here you see this is the default, the relative distance from edge, but I can also go to multiple edge loops, and let's say I want to insert 5 edges. And when I do that, instead of giving me 1 edge, it gives me 5 right in between these two other edge loops. So this is useful if you want to change the settings, but whenever I change the settings drastically, I always use this little option right at the top that says reset tool so that it goes back to the default and I don't have to deal with the issue it causes later. You can also access these options from the left here. So on the left, this icon at the very bottom is always the latest tool that you selected. So now this is the insert edge loop tool. So if I double click on this, you get this option box and you can edit these settings. This is the first tool that we are learning. It's used to insert edges. You can also use a tool called, so if you, now we have this object, and what if you want to insert an edge right in the middle of this? So I'm going to go back to this cursor mode. So we can still use the insert edge loop tool, but we don't know where the center of this edge actually is. So if you want to insert something exactly in the center, you can click on this edge. This is the edge that we want to insert something in the center. And instead of clicking on Shift and right click, you can click on Control right click and you get different options here. So I'm going to go to Edge Ring Utilities and to Edge, Ring and Split. And that will insert an edge right in the center. Now let's go to Face mode and explore a tool that you will be using very often while modeling. This is called the Extrude tool. So I'm going to click on this face right here and shift right click and extrude face. So I'm going to click on this and lift this face up, and you can see it forms a whole new face on the top. You can also move this face to the side, you can move it wherever you need to. And if you click on this icon right here, you can also scale this. You should be able to scale it. Yeah, since it's just one face, you can't really see it scaling in this direction, but you can scale it this way, and scale it this way. And you can, if you click on the circle right here, you can rotate that face. So this is the extrude face option. You can do this for one face, or you can do it for multiple faces. So you can just extrude that. So you see, if I don't click on extrude face, it just moves the faces that already exist. If I click on extrude face, it creates a whole new set of faces for me. A lot of times people have errors with this tool. So basically, when you use this tool, you sometimes can get extra faces. Like for example, if I have these faces selected, I click on extrude face and I don't actually move them. I'm just like, oh, I don't really want to extrude them. I'm going to go somewhere else and like try out something else. Then these faces are still there. We just don't know that they're there. So we go on to the other parts of our model, and then if you go back here and move these faces out, you can see that they still exist. So this might seem like a minor thing right now, but this is one of the major issues people have in their models when they're starting up. To avoid this, if you ever do this and you select these two faces and you click on extrude face and you decide, oh, I don't really want to extrude them, just click on Control Z, click on it twice to make sure you've undone the action, and you should be good. A vertex tool that I like is the merge vertices tool. So if you click on one vertex, click on another, and you kind of want to join these two together, you can shift right click, merge vertices, and merge vertices to center. So that will join these vertices exactly to their center position. What if you want to just bring this vertex over here? Instead of clicking on merge vertices to center, you can click on target weld tool. So when you do that, you get this little cross icon right here, and you can drag this over here, and that'll merge these two vertices. And you're still on the target weld tool, so you can drag that and merge these two vertices. This is a super handy tool if you quickly want to merge multiple vertices together. So this next tool is both a vertex and an edge tool, and I like to use it in the vertex mode. So right click, go to vertex mode, and you have these vertices that are not joined together. So you have this big face right here with no edges separating it. And as we know, we do not really want that when we are modeling. We do not want this, what we call an n-gon, a face with a lot of edges, not just four edges. So I am going to fix this by using the multicut tool. I shift and right click and go to multicut. And what I can do now is I can click on these vertices and join them together. So I select these two, it forms this line, and I click on enter. So you can use this to join vertices like this. You can also use this if you want to create new vertices. So let's join this as well. And you can also just create, so start here and then create a new vertex here and then join this here, and you can do that. The reason I use this tool in vertex mode, because it's just easier to kind of see what you're doing, because otherwise it's really easy to create extra vertices. So if I'm in edge mode and I'm just very close to this vertex but not actually on it, it's very easy to just create a new vertex here and not learn about it until later. So always use the multicut tool in vertex mode. If I do go to edge mode and let's go back, click on this cursor, and I still have access to the multicut tool, I just prefer not to use it in this mode. I think because it's creating vertices, I just prefer to see where it's creating them. An edge tool that is useful is the bridge tool, and that is to join two edges together. For example, you deleted this face a while ago, you want to bring it back. You can go to edge mode and click on one edge and click on the other edge that you want to join it to, and shift right click, go to the bridge tool. So if you click on that and just do that, it's going to bridge those two edges together. Very basic tool. You can also change some aspects of this. You don't have to do this when you're just starting out, but when you're making more complex shapes, these tools will be useful. all of the component modes, whether you're on face, edge, or vertex, they all have options to delete edges, to delete faces, to delete vertices. Let's start with the edge mode so I can show you how to select a whole edge loop at once. So if you click on this edge loop, this edge, and then you double click on the edge next to it, it's going to select this whole loop. It's going to select all these edges around it. And you can go click on shift right click and click on delete edge. And there's one thing to remember with deleting edges, because Maya also allows you to select this edge. And so let's just do the delete edge option, and let's just head over to vertex mode. So you can see that it's deleted that edge, it's deleted all the vertices that existed when that edge was there, so everything's gone. But let's undo that for a second, go back to edge mode. I'm going to select that edge again, and instead of using the delete edge option, I'm just going to click on the delete key on the keyboard. So the edge is gone technically, but if you go to vertex mode, you can see that the vertices are still there. All the vertices are still there. If you do want to use the delete key in edge mode, you can click on this and click on control and delete. And that will also delete the vertices. So you see that they're gone. But don't never just click on the delete key on your keyboard for edges. If you're deleting faces, you can just select a face, and there is a delete face option somewhere here. But what I do is I just click on the face and click on the delete key on the keyboard, and that's completely fine. It deletes those faces. If you're on vertex mode, I generally don't delete vertices. I delete faces or edges, and that gets rid of the vertices that I don't want. But I can click on shift and right click, and there should be a delete vertex option. It usually creates really weird errors, so I just don't use it all that often. The face and edge tools should be sufficient.